Hi, I'm Amanda Knox. As an exoneree, I know that convictions are not always what they seem. That's why I'm asking State's Attorney Eric Reinhart and Judge Christopher Stride to grant an evidentiary hearing to examine the results of a 4.5-year investigation into the case of Marni Yang. Her claims of innocence should not go unheard.
My name is Jacques Rivera. I was wrongfully convicted on a first-degree murder charge, convicted of this crime and sentenced to 85 years on June of 1990. In September of 2011, evidence showed that I had been wrongfully convicted of this crime and granted a new trial. On October the 4th of 2011, this same judge set me free after 21 years. Illinois leads all other states on wrongful convictions. I had an opportunity to view evidence and speak to a couple of investigators who are working on the wrongful conviction of Ms. Marni Yang. The evidence I viewed clearly shows that it was impossible for Ms. Yang to have committed this crime. I would like to appeal to Judge Christopher Stride and State's Attorney Eric Reinhart to reopen Ms. Yang's case, look at the new evidence her investigators have uncovered, and see that Ms. Yang is innocent of this crime, and bring her home to her family. I thank you for the opportunity to speak on behalf of an innocent woman.
My name is Jason Strong, and I'm an exoneree. I'm here to show my support for Marni Yang. I believe that Marni is innocent. It's not just because I've read and seen the information that her team has put together. I have, and I believe it's substantial and shows evidence of her innocence. It backs up her claims. But more than that, I also understand how these things happen, especially in Illinois. I myself was a victim of wrongful conviction in Illinois, in Lake County, just like Marni. I know firsthand how the Lake County Major Crimes Task Force will coerce confessions, coerce people to lie, overlook evidence that doesn't fit what they want. I've seen these things happen, not just in my case, but in other cases. Lake County is no stranger to problems of wrongful convictions. Everybody knows it. And I assume those that watch this video know it too. I'm asking you to do the right thing, to find out who really killed Ronnie Ryder, because I don't believe it was Marni. And I'm betting that there are some people for the state that don't believe that as well. Don't just try her and convict her again. You did that with Juan Rivera 3 times. 3 times before evidence came out that proved without a doubt Juan did not commit the crime. Furthermore, the person that did commit the crime is still free. How is that justice? You know, in my case, Mike Nerheim came into office while I was incarcerated, and he was willing to work with my attorneys to reinvestigate the case, along with the Attorney General's office, being as we were in federal court by then. Had it not been for those people willing to seek the truth and not just maintain convictions, I might not be home today. It takes people having an open willingness to know the truth. That's all that matters, the truth. Conviction ratings, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to Marni, it doesn't matter to society, and it shouldn't matter to you. What matters is the truth. Marni didn't commit this crime, and she deserves the right to prove that. And it would be great if you would assist in that. You know, the new prosecutor, you know, he should reach out. He should be willing to say, yes, let's talk about this. Let's investigate this. Let's find out what really happened. If there's things that puzzle you and question you, make you question things, then you should want to stand up and find out what really happened. The duty of a prosecutor, the duty of the state, is to represent all of the people of the state, including the defendant. So do what's right by Marni, do what's right by the state, and search for the truth. Give her a hearing, talk to her attorneys, work with them, and find out what really happened. chances are you'll feel a lot better that you did. Thank you.
When I look at wrongful conviction cases, there's certain things that stand out. There's a pattern, and I know you're very well aware of the pattern. You're well aware of the pattern, and I did a little bit of review of this case before we came here today, and then hearing all the evidence that you've been able to dig up in the last couple of years, it's pretty evident that there is a pattern where you can see the prosecutor withholding evidence. You can see how the evidence was collected. You can see how the evidence was disseminated to the attorneys. And there are certain things that you only see in wrongful conviction cases, and they happen again and again and again. They happen in my case. They happen in a lot of my friends' cases who have been wrongfully convicted. And this has those telltale signs. And so this is a case that, while I don't know all the information, I can't wait to get home and review more, but I do know that this has those telltale signs. And just off a general review and overview of it all, I'm very suspicious that a wrongful conviction happened, and it's very clear that at the very least some improprieties happen, and this case needs to be open. It needs to be reviewed, and it seems as though even just on the surface that she deserves a new trial.
Absolutely.
I wonder with this case how the celebrity plays into it, right? With a lot of wrongful convictions, it's hard enough to get a case overturned with all the facts, all the evidence, and if it's just two normal people who are kind of having to deal with this. But if you have a celebrity status, and especially in Illinois, in Chicago, a Bears player, you have an athlete involved, and they are revered, right? People respect them, and they want to protect them, and they want to hold them up. And it makes the case just that much more difficult. And so when I met you, that's one of the things I'm concerned about with this case, is just that regardless of the evidence, and it seems as though you have a lot of really good evidence, it's going to be a really difficult case. And I think that's great for what you guys are doing for Marni. Is, as my father and I did, we said we're only going to talk about documented facts, documented evidence. Like, that's it. Like, if it's not a fact, it's not something that we can say, hey, look, here is black and white. It's not what we're just assuming or thinking or hoping. These are the facts. That's so important, and that's what you guys are doing. And I think that's a big reason you've gained our respect and our support, and why we want to look into this more, because you are very credible, and I think everything that you found is incredibly real. I mean, it is black and white. It doesn't get more real than that. And so that's what we need to be dealing with. It's something that obviously the prosecution doesn't always deal with. That's something we have to compete against, and I respect you guys for that. And I think this case is going to be even bigger.
Yeah, as Ryan once said, it only takes a couple of people to get you in prison, but it takes the army to get you out.